welcome to Two Brothers Productions, and today we're going to be eating a breakfast menu from the ORP that 24-hour ration that I showed in my earlier video. We're going to be doing breakfast tonight. It's actually approximately 9:21, and so I'm going to be having breakfast for dinner. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to be having vegetable korma, which if you look at the ingredients, you can pause there to look at it. And we're going to be also, wet nap. We're going to have a Bridgeford apple turnover. There's the ingredients. There is the nutrition facts. We're going to be having a tea, some creamer, a little piece of gum up in here, one of the cool sporks, the big shovel spork. It's pretty sturdy. A lemon energy drink, and it says orange flavor drink. That's kind of weird because right here it says lemon, so we're just gonna have to see which one that is. I apologize, it says orange lemon apple flavor drink. Yeah, so there's the ingredients, nutritional information, and we're gonna be having pretty small breakfast. So, without further ado,
let's tray this. Everything's laid out.
So, there was a little bit of a lighting shift. As you can tell, it's a little bit darker, but it allows me to, one, not have to strain my eyes so hard in my little studio, and it allows you to see things a bit better. So, first thing I want to do is open up that Bridgeford apple, or the apple turnover, because I've never seen one of these. I've never opened up a apple turnover, especially not in a ration. So let's see what's going on in there. So first impressions are of what looks like just basically a shelf-stable pastry of sorts. It almost reminds me of the cinnamon roll look to it. Let's get a good smell. Oh, it has a great pastry apple smell to it. It has apple and cinnamon undertones. I can get a little bit of malted barley. You can get some wheat, but most of it's cinnamon, apple. You get a little bit of the salt. I almost get like a salty smell. I don't know. It's a really satisfying smell. We're going to then open up this gum and just see what's going on there. We're not going to have it until afterward. It feels like there are two little briquettes of gum in there. This is sugar-free gum, unlike the V6 gum. Mind you that this ORP is really new, 2016, I think. Two little briquettes. Let's get this energy drink out, and then we'll go to the tea. All right, just a second. Let's get this going. So I'm going to just rip it from the back. Just a white powder in there. Has a super strong lemon and sucralose smell to it. It smells really fake. Just gonna toss this to the side along with this trash, and let's get some water in there. Work with our spork. Whoops, water went flying. All right, let's stir this bad boy up. All right, let's get a napkin. All right, just want to make sure that I stirred it up all the way. Looks good to me. Has a nice, almost like pineapple look to it. It's kind of a nice little look. So let's just smell and taste this, and then we'll get it back onto the tray. Smells just like the powder, except for a little bit more diluted. And taste-wise, it is way much more enjoyable than a US MRE drink actually. It's a lot more smooth when swallowing, a little bit more sweet, and doesn't have such the fake flavor to it. It's not so strong. It's refreshing in a way that I guess the US MRE stuff is not. So without further ado, let's get it back on the tray, and I think we're gonna put our entree into some boiling water for about 10 minutes. All right, so we're gonna be living dangerously. Put this vegetable korma in there, and I'm gonna boil it for about 5 minutes. I've never done a British one, so I don't know whether or not these things are more or less durable than a US MRE one. So we're gonna lay this out over here. Nice and toasty. So I can boil it off a little bit. Now I'm just gonna lay this in there. A little studio over here. Just a little behind the scenes. Let's get that tea going. So for the tea, it is a tea bag, so we're gonna take said tea bag and we're just gonna open it up. It says tear right there. Or tear right there. Little Taifu tea bag. So we're gonna put it in a cup that even has my little name on it. It's from Ireland. Shout out to those of you in Ireland and my grandparents who are there at this moment in time. And we are going to put the salt, or not the salt, the sugar and the creamer in there. Actually, no, I just want to do a straight taste test. So let's get some boiling water. Be right back. Now that our tea is ready and our water is ready, let's pour some in there and let it steep. Cute little mug. It already darkens really quickly. So our entree is almost done, and we're gonna put that into a bowl, which I will get. And when the tea over there is done steeping, we will get a taste and see what's going on in there. Tea is done. I'm moving it to our center spot so you can get a better look at it. We're going to take it out, and I'm just gonna burn my fingers. Nice and good. I like it. So let's just shove some sugar in there. Put some creamer in there. Let's get to mixing. This is good stuff. Now while we're waiting for our entree to cool, and we are also waiting for our tea to cool, let us try out the apple turnover. It's nice, it's really soft, it really is. So splitting it open, it has some good old apple chunks in there. Don't know if you can see that. I already explained the smell. Cinnamon, nutmeg, apple, sugar, a little bit of salt, some yeast. Just spectacular. The apples in there are a little bit crunchy, which are just spectacular. And it really goes with the outer what do you call it? The outer covering. It's slightly sweet, but it's not like they put too much sugar in there. You only get necessarily the sweetness from the apples, which is awesome, and you get this nice bready outside. Took a bite from the side. Only complaint, the side is mostly bread. The bread by itself is pretty much just like white wheat snack bread. This is just amazing. I'm gonna have to finish this up. So far, the British breakfast does not disappoint. Definitely enjoyable, and it goes well with a nice energy drink. That is spot on. This is certainly hot. So let's get this into a bowl. So I'm just gonna go Rambo and slice it from the back. Right here. My trusty blade. I'm getting some great smells from this though. Ouch, burning, burning, burning. Oh man, holy smokes. That looks spectacular. I'm just gonna let this sit for just a minute, let it cool down, and then we'll mix it up and let's check back on our tea. You thought I said tea? Nah, man. I meant some vegetable korma. I'm gonna mix this up. You don't have any meat in here, which makes it the vegetarian menu, actually. But when mixing this up, it has its fats and oils have separated a little bit, so you just mix that bad boy up. I'm just gonna get a bite of what looks like, what I think is potato. Whoops. And the potato is really soft, but it's not mushy, if that makes any sense. And I'm not loving the sauce on the outside because it doesn't quite have enough flavor to it, while things like the peas and the carrots by themselves probably make their own flavor. I was absolutely right. The peas are a little bit mushy, so they almost like mashed peas is kind of what you're eating. However, well, more potato. Potato is just spectacular. You can really taste the, what do you call it? All the spices in there, which, here's a good old look. You have a lot of spices in there, which you really get. The most prominent of which, in my personal opinion, have to be, well, you can get the tomatoes. I can taste the onion for sure. The tomatoes you can taste. I can taste the ginger and the garlic. However, the chili powdered turmeric and ground coriander is not quite there, but you do get a hint of cinnamon, which is good, which is just spectacular, actually. That tea is still super hot. This is honestly one of the best entrees I've ever had. I will probably eat this entire thing off camera while I'm waiting for that tea to cool down. So, like I said, man, so far, this is just spectacular. This nice apple turnover with the vegetable korma. Man, absolutely spectacular. You know what, England, you're doing it right. All right, I'm gonna finish the rest of this as my dinner. We're gonna move on to that tea. Oh man, you caught me in the act of finishing up my meal. Tea hasn't cooled down yet, which is kind of annoying. But I did want to take a second, point something out to you. I absolutely love a US MRE. I have nothing wrong with the US MREs. They're delicious. They have great historical backgrounds and stories. You know, I'm a part of a military family. My uncle's going into the military. My great-grandfather was a Korean War bomber, strafed, bridges and everything. But the crap that goes into a US MRE is awful. All of the preservatives, it's not real food. I was sitting here eating a military meal that had whole potatoes, peas, carrots, all these crazy spices, onions, tomatoes, it was amazing. Like I said, I'm patriotic as all get out. British food at this moment in time, British military food is 100% better than poor US soldiers. Just had to input that in there before I had my tea. And the tea is done. So let's drink out of my own personalized cup. Smell test. It smells really smooth. Really smooth. It's a really good smell. Taste test. A little bit watery, which I think might be my fault more than anything. But it's one of those teas that you drink on a cold morning in England, and it warms your entire esophagus and everything as it goes down. Super smooth. The sugar isn't quite overpowering, which I was a little bit worried about. And I'm not a tea guy. I'm more of a coffee guy. But this is good stuff. That is good. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna rip open this wet nap and see what's going on there. Clean off my hands after something like this. Wet nap is huge. and stronger than a US MRE one. Clean smell. Not like lemony, but certainly a clean smell. Let's test out this gum. Like I said, got 2 briquettes. I'm probably going to be finishing this bad boy up. Enjoying the last couple bites of that. Taking a couple more sips of that tea, finishing that off. Drink some more of that too. So, it's a good dinner. Yeah, so thank you for watching. This is Simon 2002 MRE off MRE Info, and Two Brothers Productions, even though Spencer has already gone to bed. And I really hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you really liked it. Subscribe. It means a lot, and it allows us to understand that you guys are watching, and it drives us to make more videos. Again, thank you to all the help from blackdogbob and Steve 1989. Well, again, like I said, this is Simon 2002 MRE off MRE Info. Signing off. Cheers.